Imagine this, you're holding a single, ordinary-looking 1977 Lincoln penny in your hand, the same kind you've tossed into a jar, dropped in a couch cushion, or handed over with loose change. But what if I told you that one of these pennies, right now, could make you a millionaire overnight? Yes, a single 1977 1-cent coin, worth up to $5.2 million. Sounds unbelievable? Stay with me because by the end of this video you'll never look at spare change the same way again. Act 1. The hook, the discovery. Let's rewind for a second. Picture a man in his garage, sorting through a pile of old coins his grandfather left behind. He's doing it half for fun, half for nostalgia, until he spots a copper coin with a strange shimmer. A tiny misprint, a small variation. He sends it for appraisal, and that single penny changes his life forever. Sold for millions. Now, you're probably thinking, come on, how can 1 cent turn into a fortune? But here's the truth. Coin collectors, historians, and millionaires are hunting for these rare 1977 Lincoln pennies right now, and they're paying big money, sometimes life-changing money. Act 2. The journey. Why these pennies are so special. Let's talk facts. The 1977 Lincoln penny might look ordinary, but certain versions of it were struck with rare minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or even copper composition variations. These small imperfections are what transform a simple coin into a piece of American treasure. Every mark tells a story. Every detail holds value. Now, before you run to your coin jar, think about this. Most people living in the US have no idea what's sitting in their drawers, old wallets, or even childhood piggy banks. Some of these coins could be worth thousands, even millions. It's like hidden gold disguised as pocket change. Here's a quick reality check. While many pennies from 1977 are worth their face value, the rare ones, the ones with misprints, uncirculated shine, or historical mint marks, are the golden tickets. And those tickets are getting harder to find every day, because collectors are snapping them up fast. So, what does this mean for you? It means opportunity. It means a chance to turn something forgotten into something powerful. Maybe your grandmother's coin collection, or that coffee can full of old change you've ignored for years, holds a coin that could rewrite your financial story. But here's the catch. Time is not your friend. As these coins vanish into private collections, their market value skyrockets. Today, the record price sits at $5.2 million for a pristine 1977 Lincoln penny. Tomorrow, who knows, could be more. So go ahead, take a look. Search your pockets, your drawers, your old boxes, because sometimes the key to wealth isn't hidden in hard work or luck. It's right there in your hands, waiting to be discovered. And before you scroll away, ask yourself this. Will you be the one who finds the next $5 million penny? Or will you let it slip through your fingers, like spare change? Stay tuned, because in the next video, we're revealing how to identify the exact markings and mint errors that make these 1977 Lincoln pennies worth a fortune. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. The next millionaire could be you. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching into your old coin jar, and realizing that a single penny, a 2005 Lincoln 1-cent coin, could change your life forever. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that this very coin, the same one millions of people spent without a second thought, is now worth up to $5.1 million on the collector's market today? Welcome to a story of luck, history, and unbelievable fortune. A story that might just be hiding in your pocket right now. The hook, the forgotten penny. Every American has held a Lincoln penny. It's the most common coin in the country. But in 2005, something extraordinary happened. The U.S. Mint struck a batch of Lincoln 1-cent coins that turned out to be different. Some had mysterious minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, rare copper compositions, and even a few with an unusual sheen that made experts stop in their tracks. Now imagine this, you're holding a coin that everyone else sees as just 1 cent, but a collector sees it as $1 million masterpiece. That's not a dream. It's a reality that's already made some ordinary people instant millionaires. You might be thinking, come on, how can a penny be worth more than a house? Well, let me explain. The journey, the mystery of the 2005 Lincoln cent. 2005 wasn't just any year for coins. The U.S. Mint was transitioning its designs, refining its metal content, and experimenting with minting pressure. During this time, Rare variations of the Lincoln cent were accidentally created, and these errors became legends. Collectors discovered pennies with doubled letters in Liberty, others with missing mint marks, and even a few struck on leftover planchets from earlier years. These freak coins, as they were first called, were later reclassified as national treasures by the numismatic community. Here's the exciting part. Some of these coins are still out there, in circulation, in your drawer, in your change from that last grocery store trip. And as time passes, their numbers drop, which only makes each surviving piece even more valuable. Now, here's a little pattern interrupt. Imagine you accidentally used your $1 million penny to buy a stick of gum. Yeah, that'd be one expensive piece of minty regret. But jokes aside, these coins are disappearing from circulation faster than ever. Collectors are hunting them down. Online auction prices have shot through the roof, with one rare 2005 penny recently selling for over $5.1 million. So how do you know if you have one? The payoff, how to check and what it means for you. First, grab your magnifying glass or just your smartphone camera and take a close look at your 2005 Lincoln penny. Check for doubled images on the letters or date, missing or misplaced mint marks, unusual color or metal tone, indicating a rare planchet error, sharp, deep details that differ from regular coins. Even a minor imperfection could make your coin worth thousands. And if you find a major error, well, you might just be holding your financial breakthrough. Think about it. One coin, 1 cent that could rewrite your life story. It's not just money, it's history in your hands. The question is, will you recognize it before it's too late? Because right now, collectors, dealers, and investors are sweeping through every state, every estate sale, every coin jar they can find. The market is hotter than ever. The value of these coins is rising, and those who act now could catch the wave before it disappears forever. So, if you're living in the US, don't underestimate that little copper coin lying forgotten in your kitchen drawer. It might just be your $1 million ticket. Before you scroll away, remember this: fortune doesn't always announce itself with a winning lottery ticket. Sometimes, it hides quietly in the palm of your hand. So, go check your change, and who knows, the next 2005 Lincoln penny you find might make you the next overnight millionaire. And hey, if you do find one, just promise me one thing: don't spend it on coffee. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, it's just 1 cent? What if I told you that one single 1970 Lincoln penny, yes, that small copper coin you probably ignored, could be worth over $5.3 million today? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stay with me, because by the end of this video you might start checking your change with trembling hands. The hook, the forgotten treasure. Picture this. It's 1970. Gas costs 36 cents a gallon. The Beatles are breaking up, and millions of shiny new Lincoln pennies are rolling off the minting machines across America. No one thinks much of them, just another year, another coin. But hidden among them, a few rare mistakes slipped through the cracks, errors so unique, they've turned ordinary change into a millionaire's dream. Now, before you rush to your drawer to dig out those dusty old coins, let's uncover why these 1970 pennies are so special. Some of them were struck using the wrong dies, minting errors that created varieties like the famous 1970s double die obverse. When magnified, the date and the word Liberty appeared doubled, giving the coin a ghost-like echo effect. That's not a printing flaw, that's a golden ticket disguised as copper. But here's the twist: millions of people had these coins in their pockets and spent them without knowing. Imagine buying a cup of coffee with a $5.3 million penny. Funny, right? Painful, too. The discovery, from pocket change to fortune. Fast forward to today. Coin collectors and treasure hunters across the United States are in a frenzy. Why? Because those rare 1970 pennies are surfacing again, and their value keeps climbing. One recently appraised specimen reached a staggering $5.3 million in private sale negotiations. That's life-changing money for something smaller than a bottle cap. But here's the catch: not all 1970 pennies are created equal. Some were made in San Francisco, marked with an S. Others in Philadelphia with no mint mark at all. Only a few contain those rare doubling errors or minting anomalies. The trick is knowing what to look for. Under a simple magnifying glass, you might find the doubled "In God We Trust," or a slightly off-centered strike, signs that could turn a penny into a payday. And if you're thinking, well, I probably don't have one. Remember this, most people who discovered their valuable coins never even meant to. A retiree in Ohio found his in a jar of old change. A 14-year-old student in Texas spotted one in a school vending machine. Sometimes, fate hides fortune in plain sight. Now, here's where it gets real. Time is running out. Every year, more of these coins disappear, sold to collectors, sealed away in vaults, or simply lost forever. The window to find one is shrinking fast. If you're living in the US, especially if you've got old jars of coins sitting in your home, this might be your moment. Think about it, how many times have we ignored the small things in life only to realize later they were worth everything? That's the story of the 1970 penny. It's not just metal. It's history, mystery, and opportunity melted into one tiny circle of copper. So here's your challenge. After this video, go check your coins. Search through your drawers, your old piggy banks, even your car's cup holder. You never know. Your path to a millionaire's fortune might be hidden in your spare change. And if you do find one, well, let's just say, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. End with an open loop, because next we'll reveal another American coin that's quietly breaking records, one even rarer than the 1970 Lincoln penny. Don't blink, you won't want to miss it.